everyone, Bettina Matos here again with World Nations International, and I just wanted to talk with you guys. Last time I sent you an email with a recap from this beautiful time that we had here in Rome, Italy with a group of students, and I wanted to share with you a comment that one of them made during their time with us that was just something that really stuck out to me, and it stuck out because it resonated with how I felt the first time that I went abroad and had a church experience in a different country. And they said this, they said that it was one of the first times that they had been to a church where they felt like everyone who was there really wanted genuinely to be present, where the praise was genuine and it was heartfelt and it was moving for them. And they compared this to how often back home they felt numb when they went to church. Now, I wanted to reflect on this a little bit because it's something that I know many missionaries experience when they go abroad, go somewhere where the main religion isn't evangelical Christianity, and they see this movement within the evangelical church that they attend or they visit, where it's just this heartfelt, strong sense of genuine joy and a desire of being there. And I wanted to make an analogy to this because I think it comes down to a sense of privilege. And my analogy, the illustration I want to give you guys, is when we went back to visit my family for Christmas this past year. I remember I went to the grocery store and I was getting things ready for Christmas for us to have. And I remember walking to the fruits and vegetable section and I saw this entire display of berries. I saw strawberries in like huge cartons, and then this row of blueberries, and also like these big, deep cartons of blueberries, and there was blackberries and raspberries. And I just remember I stood in front of this array of berries and I was overwhelmed with just how beautiful it was and how special it was. And I was just so thankful. I was like, this is so amazing. Look at all of these berries, and they're beautiful and they're big and they look incredible. And I was just in awe. And everyone walked by like it was the most normal thing, because obviously for them it was. But compared to my reality here where we live, finding berries is not that easy. And it's something that only happens when it's the right season for it. And also they're pretty expensive, so I can't always get it. But when we can, and we can get that little teeny tiny carton of blueberries, it's like finding a treasure. And I think that's the way we feel often when we are abroad and we find a church. We find an evangelical church in a place where it isn't so easy to find. And if we find one that happens to either be in a language we understand and feel like we can have a spiritual connection with, we feel like we've just won the lottery. It's just this most amazing thing. And yet, when we're somewhere where there's a church on every corner, there's all of these options, it's just part of life, it's part of what everyone does, it seems like we lose that sense of awe, that sense of wonder, that sense of, wow, what a gift this is for me. And so this week, I want to encourage you. We're coming off of Easter weekend. We're coming off of the high of really thinking about and reflecting on the fact that Jesus died but was raised to life for us, and he's defeated sin, he's defeated Satan, and so we can live with joy, we can live with peace and hope in what he's done for us. And I want to carry this into the next weeks, the next months. What can you do to regain that sense of wonder and that sense of thankfulness and gratitude for the church that you're at? What is it that you think you could do? Can you write down some blessings and some things that you're thankful for where you are a member? Can you think of the things that just maybe aren't typical things that someone would have abroad? Or in that way, if you don't know, is there a missionary that you personally know or that your church supports that you can connect with to ask them? Send a message, send an email. Missionaries love to hear from people back home. So is there someone you can talk to and say, hey, I want to know what it's like for you to go to church. How was it for you to find one? Do you have one? Can you tell me more about that experience? And however it is that you choose to go about this, to reignite that fire in your heart for being part of the church, I want you to take that first step today. Take that first step, write that list down, find who that missionary is. Whatever it is that you're gonna do, I encourage you to start now. Let's be men and women who are thankful and overflowing with gratitude for the global church, because that way we can change lives.